really tough pick of Nyx here. I mean, I get it. It's a stun. It works well with Inkswell. And yeah, like you said, you can get the break onto the Bristleback. That's true as well. But the issue here is like they're very perceptible to this like Deathball kind of lineup from Team Unique if they go that route.
Yeah.
So if we see like a Shadow Feed in this game and another an offlane, like if they decide to put a carry Bristle and then pick another offlaner like a Pangolier who can build up like Vlad's and Mech if needed, things are gonna look really tough for Empire, I hope here. And they're gonna go for a third game in a row of Rubik. I like this composition better, like the Trent and the Rubik. A lot more than I like the Tusk and the Rubik. If you saw last game, like Tusk and Rubik literally never played together. But in this kind of game, like Tree Rubik, they can definitely play together. They really complement one another. So I like this pick here, and it's really good at supporting Bristol as well, because Bristol is kind of like self-sustaining core where he can just pretty much solo if you need him to, and that's what Rubik needs as well.
Yeah, no, I agree a lot with that that analysis, actually. I think Rubik is one of those heroes which, I don't know, he's not like a supporty support, but at the same time, he's not like a greedy support. But I just like him seeing with someone, you know, one of the not that supporty supports. You know, I really like Rubik Oracle, for example. I think that's a nice combination of heroes. And yeah, Tree as well. So offers a different aspect to the game rather than just doubling down on what the Rubik offers like they did last game on Team Unique. So ooh, Necrophos. All right, well, that's kind of like the brick wall hero, right? Like you said, there's a lot of push potential from Team Unique, and Team Empire hopes draft wouldn't deal very well with that. The Necrophos is going to be the next pickup from them, and that kind of just gives them something to sit on the front lines, heal everybody up, and be, as I said, the brick wall. Is it a good Ghost Shroud game? It's a pretty good Ghost Shroud game. They don't have a huge amount of magic nukes just yet, so
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it definitely is. And okay, it's a Venomancer. Ooh. That's an aura hero, and that's a Deathball hero too. And it can also reduce the healing of the Necrophos, right?
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the poison
it's cute.
thing. So that could be very interesting here. But I mean, if the Necrophos does manage to get to the point where he has like a hood and whatever other tanky items he decides to build, the Venomancer won't matter, right? The Necro is just gonna keep dishing out heals, help his team out, and that's going to be fine. But Team Unique, they're going for that like 20 to 25 minute timing where they really want to dominate the entire map and lock Empire into like their base kind of thing. And I think Nyx Assassin and Grimstroke, they're not going to have the easiest time getting out onto this map when they have to fight against Plague Wards. There's Trem Protector running around, the Bristleback who's essentially unkillable in this game. So we're going to have to see. And I think there's going to be a Shadow Fiend coming somewhere soon here.
Oh god, I can smell it cooking as well, can't you? Yeah, it's possibly... Shadow Fiend for Team Unique seems like a pretty good idea, to be honest. Like, kind of, the presence of the Dark Lord seems pretty amazing with the Bristle. They've actually banned out the Juggernaut on Team Empire Hopes. They seem... That's a really weird ban to me. Team Unique are definitely looking for a mid laner, right?
I think it's maybe they're taking Venos middle, and then they're gonna pick like a Juggernaut, and the healing ward would just be way too much to deal with, right?
Right.
In this like Deathball kind of lineup, so I can see why they're buying the Jug. And I'm also thinking that this Necrophos might have been a preemptive pick to like kind of counter out an Alchemist, so they don't have to think about it later.
Yeah, true. True.
So we'll see, because
is there Meepo potential on Team Unique?
A what?
Meepo potential on Team Unique?
I don't think so. They have to pick now, right? So
yeah,
it's
true.
Gonna be rather difficult to pick up with Meepo, and you already have Grimstroke and Ember Necro. I think all these heroes do pretty well against the Meepo.
Yeah, well enough.
So I do think Shadow Fiend is the best choice, honestly. Like, Necro's not going to have, like, the best.
They need something which can burst. They need something which can do the damage. You know, this Necrophos right now, even though he's not, like, classically amazing in this draft, I think just because there's such, like, kind of low damage on Unique, lack of burst on them, I think that's when Necrophos can still look like a really good hero, even if on paper, you know, he doesn't look amazing. And they go for Lycan. Wow. This is...
Going all in on.
Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. I mean, they're just like, hey, you know what? Game 3, one game between us and elimination from the tournament. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Let's go out with fireworks, or let's go in with fireworks. We'll see what goes their way.
Unique know exactly how to counter like this Ember, right? Like they saw this Ember, they instantly had the game plan set. That's why they went this Bristleback Trend Protector, and now they're even last picking a Lycan, because Ember cannot run into this death ball.
No,
it's just not possible. He likes the small skirmish. That's what he likes, and there's not going to be a lot of small skirmishes in this game.
Alrighty, Team Empire Hope. They do come up with their solution. Oh my goodness, they go with the PL as their final pickup. They're pushing Necro to the off lane. And Ember will be mid, and PL will be in the safe lane, it looks like. To me,
yeah, I think
this feels greedy.
Yeah. It's greedy, but at the same time, it's exactly what they need to do in order to keep up with like Team Unique's momentum, right? They don't want to go like half and half where they're still not good looking into the late game. They might as well at least like pick these heroes. Hopefully they can do well enough in the laning stage that this PL can hit his Diffu Manta timing by at least like 22 minutes and be able to fight back and like have the better late game. I think that's what's going through their mind. And having this Necrophos in the offlane means that whichever hero that he will fight against, he's probably going to be okay, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, Venomancer, if they do get that matchup, can be. It's not that bad though, honestly. Like it's still. I think it's okay. Yeah, no, I guess the lanes don't look like they're gonna get crushed by the team. But then again, I didn't really see it coming last game either, and it just kind of happened. So, do you think any team's gonna just has the potential to just completely wipe these lanes?
Well, I think this Lycan mid lane is gonna be a complete wash. Lycan can't actually pressure anymore. So if there's ever gonna be a crush of a lane, it's probably coming out from Empire Hope with the Necrophos against the Bristol matchup. Yeah. That's pretty much the only one. But other than that, I feel like almost all these lanes are washes, and if anyone's ever going to mistake, it's going to be like going on this Bristol back, and it's going to get like a bunch of quill sprays off and kill them instead. Right? We've seen that so many times already happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, let's get into it. I was just relaxing there, I was like, and then I was like, why isn't the Observer doing anything? I was like, wait a minute, I am the Observer.
Oh, sorry. It's actually the Bristleback mid lane.
Good.
Against the Ember, and I think this is going to be actually a favorable matchup for the Bristleback.
Yeah, this sounds good. I agree with that. So Zutrax on Lycan, he's just hanging out in base right now, it seems. So Illusion going to scout bottom, but they've already got BZZ up in the top lane, so not too sure what the Ember plans on doing. Maybe I'll just what the Lycan plans on doing. Oh, he's just waiting for the Wolves to get his mana back. That makes sense. Okie dokie, but an early ward planted down by James here, just getting the vision as they continue to look around and get set up for the bounty rooms.
So this bottom lane is going to be pretty much the scariest lane for both teams, I think. Lycan definitely just wants to farm up, get whatever he can, and move straight into the jungle because he's fighting against Necrophos. And I think there's a lot of pressure from this Necrophos to actually win this lane bottom. Like, they really need that Lycan to be shut down and slow down his farming as much as he can. And they are playing the Rubik Lycan lane, so it's not that strong. They can mitigate a little bit of damage with the Fade Bolt, but apart from that, I think this Lycan should have a tough time here.
James tried to threaten with the Impale, realized he mistimed it a little bit, tried to run in and grab the bounty, but wasn't able to do so. And looking like it's going to be 3 bounty runes going the way of Unique and only 1 going the way of Empire Hope. So once again, Empire Hope dropped the ball a little bit on these bounty pickups.
Yeah. So who you got your money on this game? I mean, we don't have to make bets, but you can just say who you think.
I'm not sure if we bet each other against each other every single series, then I'm going to be a very poor man. I'm gonna be out of money from this casting experience with you thieves. So I would say, yeah, I'm gonna say Unique. I think this is looking quite slow from Empire Hope, and Unique, if they can get the ball rolling soon enough, then I think I'll just run over Team Empire Hope, and I believe they can play at that tempo if they need to.
True. Makes a lot of sense for sure. And bottom lane, a lot of damage being dealt out here to the Necro and the Nyx already. but there's a bunch of creep waves, or a bunch of creeps about to start pressuring into this lane. So the Lycan is starting to, you know, auto attack these creeps down. So there's not too much pressure being delivered to their tower later.
Yeah, no, Lycan, you know, he loves his level 2 as well. Once he gets level 2, grabs a point into the Feralin passing HP regen, but the Rubik might be in trouble. They're getting caught out a little bit here. Not enough to bring him down as he's got the Fairy Fires, but Jesus, that was awfully close. Getting very, very, very close to death there, Illusion. But will walk himself out, though. James, he's still hunting him here, and he's actually going to land this Impale. What an Impale from James here. Go for the right clicks, running through the trees. Right clicks coming out, but another Fairy Fires there from Illusion. He's going to be okay, but still, very annoying Nyx Assassin just doing a lot of work in this bottom lane and just completely removing the Rubik from this lane right now.
Yeah, this is actually terrible for Unique on this bottom lane because now the wave is in front of Necro's tower. This Rubik has like no regen.
James, what are you doing to him? He took his big creep. Zitraktor spent ages trying to farm this one and he stole it. James is ruining this lane right now. So calm down, sir. Meanwhile, up towards the top lane, we got Tatake and Eknar on the Grimstroke and the PL, lining up versus Vansker and BZZ on the Venomancer and the Treant. How's this one gonna go, Thebe Weeby?
Thebe Weeby. He's just coming up with like a bunch of nicknames for me, huh? You're just waiting for one of them to stick.
Just freestyle. That's your goal. Yeah, I'm just freestyling a bit. Are you a weeb, Theban?
No. I mean, I watched anime, but like I can't call myself a weeb just for watching like a couple. Alright. So top lane. I'll let you know about top lane first. So
yeah, go for it. Go for it. Give us the deets.
I think the longer this lane goes, it becomes better for the Phantom Lancer because there's no real kill potential onto this Phantom Lancer from the Venomancer, right? You got the Doppelganger, you can just get out of whatever sticky situation that you may put in. And then later on with the Grimstroke
situation, sorry, in the middle lane, 19 team getting run down by Lightless, but Lightless, he's got a ton of quill stacks on him. Oh my goodness! Gets so close, will get the kill though, gets first blood, and that is a hell of a start to the middle lane from Lightless, running down the Bristle. Meanwhile, down the bottom lane, they get a kill onto Zitrax as well. Sorry, no. Yeah, down the bottom lane. That's your Lycan gone as well. What is happening?
Yeah, so that Sleight of Fist actually dodged the last quill spray that came out. So if that quill spray went out first, he would have got the kill and the experience. So very fortunate for Mr. Ember, and Ember was actually very far behind in this lane. His Bristle has 8 denies on this Ember Spray, so that getting that kill was actually huge. And bottom lane has been a big disaster for Mr. Lycan here because the lane was pushed into the Necro for far too long, and then when it came back after the pulls, it's just this Lycan just couldn't handle the pressure from the Nyx and the Necrophos anymore. Rubik really doesn't provide a lot of support in this lane whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, that is the thing, right? Like, you cast Fade Bolt, and then it's like, well, I'm done here. That's about all I can do. Sometimes the telekinesis can come through big as a save, but I mean, you know, what is a, 1 second lift duration? Sorry, 0.8 second lift duration and 1 second stun on whoever you like. I mean, that does nothing. That is not that useful. The relocation, it's all right. It's still a pretty Yarmo spell.
Bullied him out of the lane too. He just followed him wherever he went.
Yeah, he really did.
You should have known.
Here we go, bounty runes. The Bristleback are very aggressive.
Eknar getting quite low, but they're looking for the turnaround. BTZ, he's actually just going to die to Tatake. He's got the damage, and he will bring him down. Nicely done. And Eknar's still surviving through this whole darn thing. Now Vansker, the knight turns in, and he will go and grab himself a couple of bounties, it looks like.
Yeah, so this is what we're talking about. Like, the longer the laning stage goes, top lane, you got the Phantom Lancer with the Ink Swell. You can always just run down this Venomancer. Venomancer has very low movement speed, so it's very easy to just get on top of it. With a hero like PL who's got Doppelganger and then the increased movement speed from the Ink Swell.
The Ember actually TPing back to lane. I like the way this Ember's using this TPs as well. You know, in these early points before he's got the points in the Fire Remnant, just TP away. You know, do it nice and early before this Bristleback kills you. You've got the Flame Guard up, so you're going to get the last hits anyway. Really, really nice playing from Lightless in this mid lane. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, and he's still having a tough time though. He's only got 18 last hits at 6 minutes. Oh, and now that the Bristol's also level 6, like with that Warpath, it's gonna be so much physical damage. Like you said, you just gotta shove this lane out, go into the jungle, just focus on your farming. He's not trying to do any fancy plays on the mid lane any longer. Getting that 1 kill has helped him out quite a lot. But let's see what 19 is gonna do with this haste rune here. He's actually moving towards the top lane.
He is indeedy, and they might be looking for the Grimstroke here, but Grimstroke's going to TP himself out, so they'll look towards the Phantom Lancer instead. A bigger target for sure. With an Aegis Guys and the Doppel already gone, he's going to go try for the TP away. Does he have it in time? Just about makes it to the fountain. Oh my goodness, he's got some tight bum cheeks right now, but we'll get to relax a little bit. Yeah, this is nice as well. Getting a bit of
back to the top lane just for the movement speed.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I definitely didn't mean to insinuate that Ember Spirit was having a good time at mid. He is certainly not, but I just think the way he's kind of dealing with what is a horrible, horrible lane matchup is very admirable.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the fact that he even got a solo kill on the Bristleback, that's huge.
Yeah, massive.
Dire's middle tower
I mean, just from doing that, you put yourself in a pretty. I mean, you know, he's what 700 gold down on the Bristle. It's not a complete train wreck, which is good enough for me.
And the Lycan has moved his way into the jungle now. He's got a Dominator coming out already. So that means he's going to completely disappear off this map. Just going to keep on farming. He even gets a broom handle. That's a very nice item for him.
I'm just going to run over yeah, he's fast though. He is a quick boy. Death Pulse.
Yeah, and he's going to get a free lane bottom now. He's just going to keep fade vaulting all the creeps and trying to remove the pressure from the tower, while the Lycan just AFKs in the woods. And nobody on Dire can really go and stop him from doing this, right? Because the Ember is like trying to catch up. He's going to walk there to maybe see if he can cast Flame Guard, but he's not even going to be able to fight off the Lycan. The Lycan got a Dominator.
Yeah, this guy's going to tear him new. To be fair, the Nyx hasn't been following him. James has been doing a little bit of following, a little bit of stalking onto the Lycan. And try to steal his creeps with the hail when possible, but yeah, I mean he's. I don't think it's that bad that the Lycan's in the jungle. You know, Mastery's going to get a ton of damage off onto the tower as well. And this tier 1 tower falling would be a big jump for Empire Hope.
Yeah, and we're gonna see Empire Hope like really take advantage of the fact that the Lycan is gone and try to, you know, take this tower bottom. That's why Zitrax has already made his move to the top lane with the Dommy. His level 6. He doesn't want to spend any more time jungling and heroes.
Oh, Jesus! I mean, they actually didn't focus in. They really wanted to target and kind of tunnel visioning a little bit. Maybe cost them a kill onto the Grimstroke, but I mean, you get the big boy, and they're gonna probably take the tower here as well.
Yeah, that troll net stopping the TP, that was pretty big, because now the Phantom Lancer, when he's alive, he has nowhere to go, and this PO needs to farm fast. Like, he needs everything he can possibly get. They are, you know, going to get heavily pressured at this point in the game with this super death body lineup from Team Unique.
Illusion, a bit of a do-si-do around the trees. Meanwhile, I'll throw some spells over towards James. Just get out my trees. You're not welcome here, Nyx Assassin. Yeah, pesky Scorpion.
Oh, 19 mid.
Oh, the damage coming down. 19 team might just lose his life as Lightless jumps back in with the Remnant, but now being controlled up by the Rubik and BZT as they're going to jump in and be able to finish off the job here. They can try to fight over, but he doesn't really have much of a chance of beating these two down. In fact, they might not stop with the Nyx TP over. That'll be a big enough warning sign for BZT to leave this one. Actually, he's got the stun out. He's got the Inkswell as well. This Viper, Venomancer, sorry. He is going to lose. No, he's not. One comes out, turning it around onto James. James might just drop. He's got so much poison on him. I don't think he's going to survive this one. Illusion comes forwards just to make sure, and he will be able to bring this one down. Meanwhile, Ekanat does have the Stroke of Fate in about 2 seconds. Rubik trying to play around with him here, but unfortunately... Oh, okay, never mind. Lightless respawn and just says no. I'm getting this one. And he does want to jump in onto BZZ here, but can't really do so. Slowed right the way down. Meanwhile, 19 just going to drop Ekanat like a rock under his tower. The Mastery's made his way over. He's got the Reaper's Scythe as well, but he's nowhere near low enough just yet to be able to kill him with the level 1 Reaper's Scythe right now. Needs to be a little bit lower than he is. So, all things considered, a bit of a kerfuffle in the middle lane. I think it does kind of go... Yeah, it goes Unique's favours. I think the Bristol's the big winner in that one, right?
Well, the Bristol only killed the support, right? But he did die beforehand. I feel like they ever top those. Oh boy.
Yeah, the Phantom Lancer making their way. They're getting their revenge onto the Lycan, and they've got the lockdown to get the kill. And I love that Mastery holds on to the Reaper's side the entire time. You can tell he was like, oh damn, if I have to Reaper's side this guy. But they leave it for the PL, and that is such a big play, actually. Just as you say, you know, they need Tatake to get every single possible thing. And he's doing so right now. Other than that death.
Yeah, they're just gonna let him farm and try to defend all the tier 1 towers the best that they possibly can. But this Venomancer is like such a nuisance for this Ember Spirit especially. Like he's constantly at half HP because of like some random Quill Sprays or Plague Wards just hitting him and just making things extremely annoying. Now the Necro has moved over to the mid lane. Ember can get some space to push the bottom lane out. And this is exactly what the Empire need to do. They just gotta keep these lanes pushed out. The tier 1s are gonna eventually die no matter what, because Unique's lineup that's what they do. They just take towers. And just try to get what you can out of the map. And so buy enough time for the Phantom Lancer to be able to hit his Diffusal Manta timing.
That's the sweet spot right there. Diffusal Manta is where they long to be. But it's a long way off. He even went for a ring of Taras this game because there was too much passive damage coming out from the Venomancer with the Poison Sting. Yeah, I do find that interesting because you're going to take away, you know, 30% of that usefulness. So really, it's just like, what, 1, 2, 3 HP regeneration instead of 4. But yeah, I mean, I guess the extra health as well. It still makes it very much worth it for Tatake. It's an interesting pickup though, for sure. Well, Tatake being pressured up here. Just a little bit. They really don't want him to farm. They're like kicking him out of like all the areas that he's farming. And there's also a ward on the other jungle. So they will know exactly where he is all the time. I love the wording coming out from Team Unique here. Very aggressive, gaining a lot of knowledge, information for their team. And this will allow them to play as freely as they want. Yeah, I mean, right now, Team Unique are kind of reminding me of, like, there was this kid in school who just constantly come up to me and be like, hey, buddy, what are you doing? And I'd be like, oh, I'm just eating lunch. He's like, can I eat lunch with you? And I'm like, no, please go away. But he doesn't leave you alone. That kid never leaves you alone. And eventually I had to beat him up. I wasn't a very good teacher. You had to beat him? You beat up a teacher? Wait, what? Never mind. Alright, Mastery getting God on the mid. He's got a mech and a stick though. This could be what? He doesn't get to use anything. He's annihilated in the middle lane, and Econart's going to be following soon afterwards. Now they look over towards James as well. They want to make this 3 in the middle lane. Lightless, he's nearby. I don't think he wants anything to do with this one, but they don't have the detection for James, so he's going to scuttle himself away. But they do take that tower, and Zitrax immediately looking towards the next objective as well, putting some pressure on the tier 2. James, he can throw in an Impale, but it probably wouldn't do much for his life. Oh my god, he was trying to bait so hard in that fight, and then came the Rubik in the fire remnant and blew him up instantly. So they really missed that opportunity to turn the fight here. For Mastery to deal with here. Completely. He wants to make his way into that Radiance after the mech already. He really wants to be able to deal some damage, and that mischance is going to be helpful as well. So let's see if he... at some point, I have a feeling that Mastery is going to switch out his quick buy from a Radiance into a Guardian Greaves, because that's the pace of the game. Like, that's just the pace of the game right now. Like, Unique is just non-stop going for objectives and at this point. By the way, look at Venomancer and the Bristleback's items. It's like there's like glitch in the Matrix, you know? They got very similar items going here. Power treads and a hood. Because that's all they really need to survive against Empire's lineup. Good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, I mean, hoods all around. Why not? It's where the most of the damage is coming from, you know? This Ember Spirit early on. Fire Fist does a bit, but most of the damage does come from the magic. But unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to save the Bristleback in this situation, I don't think. Even with the Illusion Rune bottled, could have broken out of the chains, but unfortunately, it's just too much damage coming through onto him. They will lose 19, which is a fairly decent pick-off here. I'm actually starting to believe in Empire Hope. I don't think Unique are getting enough done in this early game. Now, well, they might look forward to Mastery here, but Mastery once again has a Shroud, has a mech, will pop it much earlier this time, but will still be losing his life in this engagement. Meanwhile, ultimate being popped from Zitrax here, he's looking forward. Who does he go for? This target's going to be Ekenhart, and look at the damage coming out from these creep army. Lightless, he's on the run, but the dog is already chasing. He's got the scent, going to keep on chasing him down. Lightless, they see him. Oh, but oof, Jesus. Nearly threw that one, but did manage to hold it.
Yeah, as you were saying, they're not doing enough. Here comes the cavalry. Freaking Rubik and Lycan, like they just do so much damage at this point in the game. I just can't imagine Empire being able to fight 5v5. When that Bristleback died, he was all by himself. There's nobody there to help him. But what if the Bristleback is with his team? What happens then?
It changes everything. Even it changes everything. If the Bristleback is alive, that is, it makes life even easier for them. The thing is, I don't know. I guess now the push really starts to come in. You've got the level 2 Necro book heading into level 3 very quickly for the Lycan. He is going to be able to start taking towers. I think this is when things are starting to get real sweaty for Empire Hope, even sweatier than it is for you over in the Philippines with your ridiculously high temperatures, but. You know, they'll get a taste of that on the side of Empire Hope, but that's what it takes. If you want to make it to the finals, you've got to be able to take a grilling and still come out nice and cool at the end of the day. Like a baked Alaska. Do you know what that is?
Is that a fish?
it's definitely not a fish. It's this dessert which is like it's ice cream and it's surrounded by like I think a meringue, which you cook, so it's hot around the outside, but the ice cream stays cold on the inside. Maybe it's not meringue, but anyway, it's hot on the outside, cool on the inside, and that's what Team Empire Hope need to be right now, because things are going to be getting very hot for them. They need to keep cool on the inside. That's my very like strenuous analogy. Yeah.
And you're making me so hungry, okay? Stop, that sounds so delicious.
I've never actually had one. Right, I've seen it on like tons of cooking programs, but I've never made one myself. I think it sounds kind of stupid. If you want meringue and ice cream, just have meringue and ice cream. You don't need to put one inside the other.
Well then, this Venomancer might have lost a little bit of focus here. Oh, nice lift! Oh, but the stun comes off.
Yeah, but now the Reaper's side, this should put an end to the Venomancer, but actually still level 1, so doesn't do nearly enough damage to bring down BZZ. James should be able to finish the job though, jumps in, gets that ultimate off with the Vendetta Strike onto BZZ, and that's going to put an end to his life. Mastery though, he's in really deep right now and does actually go as he gets Reaper's side, turn around back upon him, but did manage to get the heals out just before it comes down. Meanwhile, Vanscore, he's in some trouble again, being down by the PL Illusions. Can they finish the job here? He's going to turn around, throw down in Nature's Grasp, but it looks like he should still eat the dirt. Tatake finds him. Meanwhile, Lightless, is he going to go forwards here? He's a little bit nervous. He doesn't really want to jump too hard into this unique lineup, get stunned up and end up dying, so he holds back.
I mean, that was good for Empire because they got the Phantom Lancer Diffusal Blade online and they instantly took a fight with it to get some kills going.
Lift up onto 19, maybe living through this. He's getting out a ton of quill stacks at the same time, but will end up dying all the same. Not really able to do too much in response to Team Empire Hope in the end, so the one guy getting low was the Necro, and the moment he pops that Ghost Shroud, he is going to be healing up, like, very quickly. Now, the rest of Unique hanging around.
Lycan has no intentions of coming into this team fight whatsoever, and this tower is going to be completely defended, right? You got the Rubik Fade Bolt, it does so much work in defending towers, and meanwhile Lycan was like split pushing top. He got the tier 2 up there and he just farmed a bit more. He's making his way into an AC already. They might even just walk into the Roshan Fade here. They got to get an Aegis up on this Bristleback. Like 19 is actually just not having a good game anymore after those few deaths that he's had. I feel like this is just not his kind of hero, you know, Bristleback. Like, he seems more of the kind of player that likes to play flashy heroes, like Shadow Fiend. You put him on Shadow Fiend, this guy's gonna destroy.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend,
Here we
he's
go.
the monster. Map3, he's the one taking damage right now. Is he going to be able to TP out of this one? He might just be able to, but no, the lift comes out. It seemed like a very long TP, but all the same, that was just not the play there from the Necrophos as he wanders into Roche, gets himself killed. Now to Take, they're pinging him out desperately. They really want to try and bring down this PL. 19 coming over as well. Lucian is here. Has he got the lift? He doesn't need it though. They've got enough damage between them to bring him down all the same. Now it's going to be a dead PL. A really expensive couple of deaths, and it might be even more. Ultimate comes out from Vanskor. Only catches the Grimstroke on the side. Not really catching the main target, but doesn't really matter. Have they popped the ultimate? Really? Alright, fair enough. Well, they will bring him down. James does lose his life. Meanwhile, the Ember Spirit, he's jumping away. Doesn't want to be too close to this one, but actually, he's still on the spot of bother right now. Trying to juke them out a bit. Sends him over to his Remnant. Yeah, I really don't know about this one. 19 diving in deep for some kills, which he doesn't find in the end. And Lightless, he's just going to limp himself away. Meanwhile, Roche is still sitting on about half HP. I'm sure they're going to get back into that pit in a minute. But yeah, really messy Dota from Empire Hope, trying to interrupt that Roche.
Yeah, I mean, you're fighting into the big bad wolf Lycan there while everybody is connected together as 5. Again, when the Venomancer died in the mid lane, there was no Lycan. He was at top trying to split push. But these are the fights where Unique is grouped up as 5. That's how they drafted, right? They gotta be together as 5 in order to get good fights for them.
True enough. And this Observer Ward immediately scouted out and brought down by Illusion. See you later. Nice try.
Very interesting build from Rubik. Not even going for that one value point in Arcane. I always at least see most Rubik players at least get 1 point in it, even if you're gonna max out your lift. He's more prioritizing the cooldown of the lift, seems like, to telekinesis.
Yeah, I mean, in a game like this, you can kind of understand it, can't you, when he is one of the only sources of lockdown on their team. Map3 going for the TP out, but there's that lift coming into play, and it looks like Necrophos might be in some trouble. Does he have the Ghost Shroud? He does, and he is going to pop it along with those greaves. Got 21 charges as well, but just decides, hey, you know what? I don't want to waste my 1 charges. I am dead to rights. And he is right. He's going to lose. Now, into the Roche Pit they go. Everybody charging on in here. There is not going to be a response. I mean, Empire Hope, you can say that they took a long time to make this Roche happen. You know, 20 minutes, probably a little bit later than Unique would have wanted, but still, the Aegis is going into the pockets of Unique, and the heat continues to rise for Empire Hope. They need to hold on. Oh, ulti coming down in the middle lane. Ember Spirit, he's just going to straight up lose his life. Oh my god. That is just straight up not a good idea. Not respecting the ultimate off that tree, and obviously as they jump in now into Take trying to find 19, but this is a Bristle with an Aegis. Not a good target to go on at all. So he turns his attention towards BZD, at the very least draining a lot of his mana, which is doing a decent amount of work in and of itself. But they're regrouping on the side of Unique. Meanwhile, Lycan's not been them with the entire time. He TP'd up to top after the Roshan, and just started pushing in that lane, getting creeps in. Wants to put pressure on multiple areas of the map while still getting gold for himself. Wants to have that money.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't just want to have all your heroes in one area, especially if Empire have majority of the heroes alive. You kind of want to just make them split up a little bit and then attack in one area, right? So that's what this Lycan is doing. He's making sure that someone reacts to this top lane first before he groups up with his teammates. And once they have maybe even another item, he's got 3,000 gold at the moment. So fighting with 3k gold in the bank is also going to feel extremely uncomfortable. The Venomancer almost finishes pipe. I think that's going to be a huge item in the next engagement, since majority of Empire's damage is magical apart from the Phantom here.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to need to get on top of this Venomancer if they want to stand a chance of winning this fight. I mean, you can't have this guy walking around with Spirit Vessel and Pipe in his inventory. It's just going to be so hard to fight them with that combination of items. It puts you at such a disadvantage. And I even look at this, and he's got a Nether Shawl as well. So that's going to be 25% magic resistance from the Nether Shawl, and another 30% from the Pipe as well. I mean, it's going to be really, really tough to bring down this Veno. And a pause out from Vanskor as they get started. Tier 2 tower already fallen, but just look at where the Dire Heroes are on the map right now. Look at this. Tatake, he's down by the tier 2 on the other side of the map. James, exact same thing. He's down by the tier 2 on the other side of the map. Lightless, he's cutting this wave up in the top, down with the creep wave up at top. Everyone is really far away from this because they're just trying to put pressure on the other lanes.
Yeah, and if Unique read the situation at the moment, they might just straight up walk up into this high ground and start like, you know, park themselves there before Team Empire can actually get ready to take the engagement. When you're defending high ground, it's very important you have all your heroes before they walk up into the high ground, because right before they walk up into the high grounds, you got to toss all your spells out, or else it's too late already. So let's see what's going to happen after this pause. It's going to be quite interesting. Are they going to decide to go back and push out the 2 side lanes and settle for the tier 2 they just took, or they're going to really hard commit into this high ground push?
I mean, what happens if they blast into this middle lane as hard as they can? They lose their tier 2 at bottom, probably. Tatake's probably going to grab that. Nothing's going to happen at top. Maybe they lose a tier 1 at the very least.
No. They're not losing any towers if they go straight to the high ground. The high ground, these Raxes will melt before that tier 2 tower bottom even dies.
Yeah, I guess that's about the Lycan.
Lycan, Venomancer, and Bristleback. All these guys do massive amount of tower damage in this situation. So
why would they just go high ground then? It seems like the obvious choice.
Well, they have 3,600 gold on Lycan. This Bristleback is about 400 gold from his Black King bar, and the Venomancer is 500 gold from his pipe. So those are very big power spikes in terms of items for these heroes.
That's true. If we chalk it all up, just having a little look, we got about like 3,000. But yeah, so this is their net worth advantage. It's actually all tied up in items which haven't been bought yet. Let's have a look over towards current gold. I never click on this. Where is it? Yeah, I mean, I guess James and Lightless are both looking for items as well, but I mean, definitely a huge amount of current gold still tied up for the side of a unique, which they simply don't have right now.
19. Gone out. Making vision for his team.
Yep, the Hedgehog is on the high ground. I repeat, the Hedgehog is on the high ground. What is the reaction? Well, Take taking the bottom tier 2 towers with that glyph coming out and buying in the space he needs to take down that tower. Zitrax though getting to work with his solutions, with his creep army on the high ground. They'll break the high ground and immediately TP away because they've got other things to worry about. They're going to slow down James over here. Is there any interruption? In comes Illusion blasting on in with that remnant and they'll bring him down. But Lightless, he's looking for some revenge here, but I'm not too sure he's going to get it. He's playing around in a very dangerous position. Will just blast himself away up to the top lane, and 19 was not ready for him, so he's going to get himself to safety. I don't know. I don't feel like that's worth it, Thieben. I mean, you essentially these towers used to be a huge deal. Now they are not. Oh, hold on, hold the phone. Ekanart's just murdered in broad daylight by Zitrax. Using the shapeshift for it though, this is kind of saying that okay, maybe we do go Rax now, but they've got creeps a little bit of a way away just yet. And that backboard door protection is up.
Yeah, the Lycan ult will run out here. I mean, it was worth it in the sense that the glyph was used by Dire. The glyph is what pretty much stops them from having all these creeps and summons from, you know, staying alive the entirety of the fight.
Uh-oh, Necro, he's been lifted, thrown back into no man's land right now, but a stun going to come through from James and an ultimate from the Venomancer in response as well. They will be losing mastery. Can they go for more here? Phantom Lancer, he's actually stunned up and rooted up in the middle of everybody. He doesn't have the doppel for another 2 seconds. He needs a way out of this fight. He will get off the doppel. Now he needs to get himself away. 19 still chasing though. Has he got the quills? He's going to try and throw everything at 19 to try and slow him down, but unfortunately it doesn't make a difference. Tatake's still going to die despite his attempt. Now Ekanart's going to be the next target as 19 doing whatever the hell he wants inside the enemy base. It's going to be an ultra kill for him as he just whacks people hero after hero. He's still got that BKB. He's got it ready to use. He wants himself a rampage and he's going to go on to James right now, and James doesn't have any choice but to give it to him. 19 gets the rampage. All 5 heroes killed, and even some of them coming back into this one, but the next assassin dead for 60 seconds. What do you do now, Empire? You might have just lost the game in these few precious moments. The heat got too hot, and it looks like Unique are going to be able to take themselves a second lane of barracks here. 10 seconds until this Phantom Lancer is back up. Maybe they can do something. They're pinging out these racks, desperately saying, defend it, do something. But the BKB from Zitrax going to dodge out the stun, and now Lightless has thrown his life in for what? Are they going to be able to finish the job here? He can't get away, and 19 just gives him a club to the back of the head. That ball and the rope doing so much work on the Bristleback, and they'll go forward towards BZZ. BZZ is getting low here, but Tatake is getting low as well. He needs to be careful. Those stacks, he knows how dangerous dangerous they can be. Zitrak's going to use the ultimate, try and find himself a couple of targets right now. Meanwhile, Unique getting themselves out. They're done. They're out. They're getting themselves away. Is there any possibility for catch, for kill and rebuttal here from Empire Hope? Doesn't seem like it. They are just going to be able to take all 2 lanes of barracks in this process, and they get themselves away, and all it costs them is a kill onto Rubik.
Yep, and that's exactly what happens when you walk up into the high ground. No glyph, and Empire was just not ready to, you know, slam their spells right before they enter the high ground. So the moment Unique got up there, got the vision of all the enemy, can completely figure out how they want to cast their spells. Boom, the racks are dead, heroes are dead, everyone buys back, and still unable to break past this, you know, five-man ball that they created on Team Unique here. Just
Dude,
pretty much
so
sticking together and helping one another out.
Illusion just doppelgangered a silence from the Grimstroke from the higher ground. That was pretty sick reactions. Anyways.
Know your place.
They're trying to get on the map. They're trying to do something, you know, like go to the boundary room, maybe they can get a pick off or something and like try to snowball that one kill into another kill and keep chaining it from there, but it's just not happening. This Venomancer does. He might be the one.
He might be, but they need a little bit more than what they're getting right now. The PL trying to jump in, but the ultimate comes out from the Tree and Protector, buying them the precious seconds they need to try and keep BZZ alive. He will still go down, but they get Mastery in response. It's a good trade for the side of Empire Hope, I feel, but what happens next is looking disastrous. They've already taken down that Grimstroke. Now they go over towards the target as well. He's on the run, should get himself out. James is one side the trees. He's going to live. Who are they looking for here? I mean, Lilas is just farming Ancients. Oh, God. Oh, God. The neutral item. Oh, God. He got to leave it behind. That doesn't feel too great. Is he going to try and go back for it here, or is he just going to accept his defeat? I don't think he's got a choice here. He's just going to straight up die. See you later, buddy. Lightless. He's out of there. Meanwhile, James, still no one going for these neutral items. 2 neutral items, a Mindbreaker and an Orb of Destruction. Good items as well, just sitting on the floor here.
He's going. Zitrax. He's like, oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
I'll take those. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, no sun stick.
On buildings too, so they're gonna be able to. He's gonna be able to do more damage. The Orb of Destruction. I mean, things are looking very grim here for Empire Hope.
Yeah, they gotta keep true to their name right now, and you know, really dig their nails into the sand and hold themselves in this game. But it's a huge ask. There is a lot of momentum on the side of Unique right now. 17k gold advantage.
Would you say that this Ember Spirit has been effectively countered?
Yeah, that's serious. he has been wrecked this game. There's not a ton of work versus this guy. Who knew? Well, he did. He said it. Meanwhile, Zitra. Oh my! Master Race is gone. He tried. He dared take a step out of his base. He dared go for a walk, and just like life right now, you get punished for going outside. 19. He doesn't care about anything right now. He's a man with a BKB. He's a man with a ton of damage, and he is looking for some targets right now. The ultimate being popped from Vanskill. Ember Spirit just getting killed by wolves and necro units in the trees, and he is gone. And now Zitrax looking over towards James. He's getting a little bit low himself, but it doesn't matter. They'll kill off the Nick. They'll kill off Mastery. A nice double ultimate coming through from Mastery, getting him at least 1 kill into Zitrax before he dies, but unfortunately, it's looking like this might be game. They're taking down 4, and there's your GG's called. This game and the series will go to Team Unique, and they will be taking the next step forward in this tournament in the Division 2 Pushka League. Damn.